Are you looking for a YouTube video that your kids can watch and interact with? If so, this is the video for you.
But first, make sure you're subscribed, click the notification button so you never miss a video, and make sure you like this video.
All right, welcome back to the Harkla YouTube channel. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Rachel, and we are the in-house occupational therapy assistants here at Harkla.
Today, we're gonna give you 3 activities that your child can do, and we're not just gonna teach you, the adult, the activities. Have your child watch this video and do the activities with us.
Yes. So first of all, who are these activities beneficial for? Really any kid ages 6 and up.
Your child needs to be able to coordinate their movements. They need to be able to follow simple instructions and maintain attention to these activities for a good 20, 30, 45 seconds at a time. So if that's not your child, that's okay. We have other videos that'll be helpful for you, but if your child is struggling with auditory processing, ADHD, sensory processing, coordination, reading or writing, and they're 6 years and up and they can follow instructions and maintain attention, this video is for them.
These activities might be challenging at first, so make sure that you continue to turn it on and practice with them and remind them that it's okay that things are hard. It's okay. This is your first time doing it. These skills take practice, and the more we practice, the easier they get and the stronger our brains become.
The main base of these activities is using a metronome, which is an instrument that often musicians use to coordinate their music and their rhythm.
We are not musicians.
And really what's going to be happening is there's going to be a metronome on at 60 beats per minute, and your child is going to follow along and complete an activity in coordination with that metronome. So we're really working on a lot of auditory processing speed, that motor coordination, a little bit of hand-eye coordination. And these activities are designed to build these skills with repetition and practice.
All right, with that, let's get started and teach your kids some new fun skills. All right, welcome. We are going to turn on our metronome today. If you're wondering what a metronome is, it is this crazy cool device that makes a beat on whatever speed we want. So right now we have it set at 60 beats per minute, which means every second it's making a beat. So take a listen. So what we're going to practice today is we're going to start really simple and clap our hands together with the beat of the metronome. This is really important for working on your auditory processing, so being able to listen and process and time. You think about everything that you do in a day, it requires timing. Your heart is beating, the clock is ticking, you're listening to music, it all requires rhythm. So we're going to practice that skill today, and we're going to start by just clapping with this beat on every second. So join in with me when you feel like you're ready. Keep going. I want to hear. Good. One trick that helps me stay on beat is to kind of clap in a circle. So my hands are making this circular motion rather than the Energizer bunny who's clapping just like this. We want to make sure that we're clapping softly so we can still hear the metronome, and that we don't want our hands to be shaking and tingling because we're clapping so hard. So nice circular motions when you're clapping, and nice and easy and soft. Let's try it again. Listen to it first, feel the rhythm, and when you're ready, join in with me. I know it seems simple, but it's the foundation to our activities today. Should we try stomping? Let's try it. Should we stomp a little harder? Let's go back to clapping. I'm going to change it up a little bit. Make sure you're watching. Clap, tap, clap, tap, clap, tap, clap, smack, clap, smack. Did you catch it? I changed it up on you. All right, let's just clap a few more times. I want you to do this one by yourself. Ready, set, go. That was awesome. Even if it was challenging and you didn't quite get it on beat, it just takes practice to really get the hang of this one. Let's jump into the next activity and see what we've got. All right, we are getting down on the floor for this next activity. It is one of my all-time favorite activities. We are going to be crawling with the beat of the metronome. So, as you probably remember, maybe you don't remember, but hopefully you crawled when you were a baby. Crawling is a really important skill and it works on so many things, which is why we want you to crawl now. So we're going to focus on crawling with the beat of the metronome. So we're going to turn our metronome on to 60 beats per minute. And when you're crawling, there are a few things that I want you to keep in mind. First things first, we're going to make sure that our hands are pointing forward when we're crawling. So they should be facing forward instead of pointing out away from our body, backwards to the side. And we want to make sure that our hands are flat. We don't want them to be in fists. We don't want to put our hands like we're going to punch someone. We don't want our hands to be in that way. Nice and flat, pointing forward. The other thing we want to keep in mind is that we want our head to be looking forward. So pretend you're a lion and you're crawling forward. You don't want to have your head looking down at the ground because then you can't see what animals you're going to hunt. You have to have your head looking up, facing forward, and looking straight ahead with your eyes. All right, let's turn our metronome on and let's start crawling. We've got it at 60 beats per minute. Make sure you have enough room to crawl forward and backward. Hands go forward, opposite arm and leg simultaneously. We'll go forward and backward. Look straight ahead. Crawl, crawl, crawl. Let's do it again. I think I need a little bit more practice. Step, 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 and backward. Step, 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 step. Crawling backwards is a lot harder for me. I have to practice a little bit more. Let's do it again. Listen to the beat of the metronome. Ready, set, crawl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was awesome. If you're like me and you're crawling on the hard ground, it might hurt your knees a little bit. You can grab some knee pads, you can find some carpet to crawl on. But if you're tough and you want to just crawl on the hard floor, by all means, let's do it. I'm going to turn the metronome on a little bit more and I want you to practice this one on your own, making sure your form is spot on. You ready? Listen to it first. Crawl, 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 crawl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's go backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, my little lions, you crushed it. I am so proud of you. Give yourself a pat on the back. You did amazing work with that one. It's not easy, but it is something that we should practice every day. Even if you don't have a metronome or you don't have that beat to follow along with, just get down on the floor and crawl every day, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed or uncomfortable or nervous for any reason. Crawling is a great way to feel calm again. All right, are we ready for the next activity? This one can make us feel a little dizzy, a little wild, a little crazy, and a little silly. So keep that in mind and make sure that you control your body as best you can while we're doing these activities. So what we're gonna do is turn our metronome on to 60 beats per minute, and we're going to stand against a wall if possible. So you'll put your back right up against a wall. There's a wall right behind me, just pretend. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn and twist with the beat of the metronome, tapping the wall each time. So it should look like this. Watch me first. Tap, middle, tap, middle, tap, middle, tap, middle. I want your eyes to follow the ball everywhere they go. So instead of keeping your head forward while you're twisting and turning, we want our head to follow that ball each time. So it should look like this. Try it with me if you feel like you're ready. Twist, middle, twist, middle, twist, middle, twist, middle. Now, if you're feeling a little bit dizzy from that, here's what I want you to do. Put your ball down and push down on your head and push your tongue to the roof of your mouth like you're gonna make this sound. And that should help you from getting too dizzy. Let's try one more time. We'll do it together. Ready, set, go. Twist, middle, twist, middle, twist, middle, twist, middle. I want you to keep going by yourself for a few more reps. Ready, go. Twist, middle, twist, middle, twist, middle, twist, middle. Awesome. Now, push your hands down on top of your head, push your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and if you need a little bit more, you can jump up and down, and that will help keep you from getting dizzy in case that was a little bit too much. We're gonna do one more that requires this ball. These are called over-unders. We're going to stand against the wall in the same way that we did for our twist and turns, but this time, instead of twisting, we're gonna go over, under, and stop in the middle each time. So let's turn our metronome on to 60 beats per minute. Watch me first and then join in when you feel ready. Over, middle, under, middle. Over, middle, under, middle. Now, just like we were doing with the twist and turns, I want your eyes to follow the ball. So when the ball goes up over your head, you're following it with your eyes. We're not gonna keep our head pointing forward. We're gonna look up, we're gonna look in the middle, and then we're gonna look down and making sure that we're following that ball with our eyes. So let's do it another time together. Up, middle, down, middle, up, middle, down, middle, up, middle, down, middle. I'm a little dizzy and I need a ponytail holder for my hair, but that's okay, you get the point. Now, what I want you to do is try that activity by yourself a few times, keep that rhythm, and make sure that you follow the ball with your eyes. Ready? Listen to it first. Up, middle, down, middle. Up, middle, down, middle. There we got it. Don't forget to push down on your head, push your tongue to the roof of the mouth, and jump up and down if you're feeling a little bit dizzy from that. But it's a sign that we need to practice this a little bit more in case you got dizzy, in case it was challenging, or if you were having a hard time staying on beat. That's okay. We practice, we practice, we practice, and then we get better at things. All right, this is our bonus activity. This is the most challenging activity that we're going to do today. So what you need is a ball. If you have a racquetball, or a tennis ball, or a playground ball, or even a basketball. We just need a ball that bounces and you can catch with two hands. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on our metronome. I have mine set to 82 beats per minute. So let's turn it on and listen to it. A little faster. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our ball and bounce it with both hands simultaneously to the beat of the rhythm. It can get a little tricky, so watch and listen to me first and then join in when you're ready. Ready? Here we go. There you go. Keep practicing. Bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch. Let's keep going a few more. Bounce, catch, good. Now, if we're gonna make it just a little bit more challenging because you did so well with that one, we're gonna bounce it from one hand to another. So this only works with that smaller ball. So if you have a racquetball or a tennis ball, you can do this one with me. If you have a playground ball, continue to bounce and catch with both hands. Ready? Go. Bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch. Did you see what letter we were making when we were bouncing that ball? If you could trace that, it would make the letter V. So we're passing it from one hand to the other, making a V back and forth. How'd you do with it? Did you get it okay? It's kind of tricky. Keep practicing this one and you'll get it.
We would love to hear how that went. Let us know in the comments. Come back to this video on maybe a weekly basis and have your child do it again. Maybe practice these activities every day with your child and try them. But hopefully this was fun and engaging. It wasn't so difficult that your child felt discouraged, but it provided the just right challenge. Maybe you did it with your child and you also found it challenging. Hopefully you liked this video. If so, make sure you click that like button.
If you're looking for our full program, it includes the book as well, video demonstrations and activities, modifications up and down. We have 30 activities to take you through easiest to most challenging, and they also include all of our visual handouts. We didn't use any of those today, but they are a game changer for working on the ocular motor skills, the visual skills. Definitely check that out. There is a link in the description. You don't want to miss out.
Yep. And then also make sure you're following us on Instagram. We're at Harkla_family as well as at All Things Sensory Podcast.
And with that, we'll plan on seeing you next week for another video. Let us know your thoughts. If you loved this style of video, we can do more for you.
Yes. All right.
Okay, bye. The metronome turned off. Hold on. We practiced.
That was awesome.
Bye.
Bye.